Today we're gonna draw Ichigo from Bleach, and instead of just time-lapsing it, we're gonna do it different. So instead of just playing a time-lapse which no one will watch anyways, I'm gonna put you through the entire process of creating my artwork, and if it happened to be, also show you my failures, because sometimes I mess up. I'm just a human.
Are you sure about that?
And I'm literally not that good at art. And basically, I'm gonna tell you what I do, not how I do it, because that would kind of be a tutorial, and show you step by step on how I work through my artwork. Like where I start and where I end and stuff like that, basically. And to spice things up, when a time-lapse is playing, or basically when I'm creating the artwork, I'm gonna tell you a story about my life. And in today's video, I'm gonna tell you how I got into art in the first place, and basically my entire journey. I actually told it a couple of times, but never the entire full story. But yeah, quick fun fact before we start sketching, I never watched Bleach. Not a single episode, which is kind of unfortunate because I like knowing the story of the character I'm drawing. Other than that, I think this might actually turn out to be a cool video if I don't mess with that. But yeah, I'm not gonna draw Ichigo in his normal form. I'm gonna draw him in his Vastalore form, or basically the form he's fighting Ulquiorra in with. Basically, I've seen some scenes, some fight scenes, some takes, but that's pretty much it. So if you came this far, please press the subscribe button if you want to see more of this. And with that being said, let's start the video. Alright, so I think I got the references that I need. So for those that don't know how I usually start my drawings, I start from the chin and work myself up to the hair, and then from the hair I go down to the bottom and finish up the body. That's basically it. I know you shouldn't do it like that, but I also use some guidelines, or like just a cross, so I kind of know in which direction the face is going. You should not do it like this. Learn how to map faces properly. But I just don't like it doing that way, so yeah. Let's do this! So basically this is what I have right now. Perspective wise, I think like this angle is not entirely correct. I think this has to be shorter. I'm definitely gonna increase the length of the horns. Maybe I'm gonna add a hand, otherwise I'm gonna keep it this way. I think I'm gonna continue this. I'm gonna look over it now and then give you my decision.
A few moments later.
So before I actually start, I'm gonna tell you how I work step by step. Basically, I start from the left and then I go over to the right and then go all the way down to bottom. I go from here to eyes to basically mouth if there's something to shade, and then I basically finish up the face, go to the neck, and then I do the clothing. And yeah, that's it. So let's start. So as most of the things do, it all started when I was a child. I used to run to the store to get myself a copy of an anime magazine, which was released on a monthly basis. I probably collected tons of them and actually shot a video about it. Fact is, I collected these and simply drew the anime characters that I saw on the page, from Naruto to Detective Conan, literally everything. And I remember that my goal was to draw a certain amount of drawings, which was around 100. Funny thing was, as probably every kid, I thought it was Picasso, but they really looked like crap. Though, at the same time, whenever I saw my sister drawing or some crazy artwork, I thought I'd never be able to do this, and you need to be some special human to achieve that. Fast forward, anime art was anchored to my heart ever since I can think, and I have to admit, I always wanted to draw better than everybody, which looking at it now is completely absurd. For example, me and my cousin once drew a Naruto, like the same reference, and I remember running to my mom saying, "Mom, which one is better?" And I lifted up mine and said, this one, right? But she said my cousin's, and I was so perplexed because I really thought it looked like trash. So I asked why? Why, Mom? And she said, because his has an outline. And I ran out, took a dark pen, or like a fine liner, gave it an outline, and rushed back to my mom. Finally, she said mine looked better, and my soul was able to find peace. Though, then little after, when I was around 11, I dropped it. Alright guys, I'm finished with the head, and as promised, I'm going to show you how exactly or what exactly I did, so this video doesn't turn out into just a plain time-lapse. So it's very simple. For the hair, I just used my style. For the head, or like the mask, or whatever that thing is, I just basically cross-hatched or gave it like very light lines. I took the pencil at the very end, which is really important for this. Otherwise, it's going to be hard maintaining the same texture over the entire drawing. For the teeth, I just gave simple shadows with this pencil. And for those very dark spots, I just used an 8B pencil. That's basically it. And with that being said, let's continue the story and finish this artwork. So what happened was, I lost interest, or to be precise, my focus shifted on different things. Now the big question arises, how did I get back to it? Now I was around 16 and there was literally no specific reason. Let me explain. It was a normal afternoon and I was surfing YouTube. Suddenly I get this recommendation of an AMV of Itachi, and you have to know Itachi is my favorite anime character, simply because I can relate to having a brother, or basically a brotherly relationship, since I have one myself. And all of a sudden, I just got the urge to draw Itachi. I got some normal printing paper, which really sucks by the way, some 2B graphite pencil, put on the first reference that came to my mind, which was, spoiler alert, when he died with a smile on his face. Now it took around 3 hours. I showed the drawing multiple times on my social media and I was literally so proud of it. I didn't realize I had some sort of talent for art, probably coming from drawing in an early age. And so back then, first thing I thought was, I need to share this even though it was horrible. And yeah, I basically started to draw again when I was 16 and thought it's just a hobby. I have to mention, in all that time, my biggest supporter till this day is my sister. Even though my artworks didn't look so good, she always pushed and praised me, and I just constantly wanted to get better and better. Now the next question arises, how did I get to where I am now? How did I find my art style? How did art literally become a job and all? So I am on Instagram seeing all these crazy artists and my mind is just blown away. I did not only want to become like them, I also wanted to have my own unique thing in basically everything I do. I want to be somehow unique, which I recommend to everyone. Be unique, chase your dreams, and become the best version of yourself. Now what happened, I always tell people not to copy other artists. Well, fun fact is, I tried copying one and I failed, and guess what? That fail actually became my art style. So I continued to develop it, which I do by picking certain things I like about other artists and simply implementing it to my art. So 2.5 years passed, and ever since there was no time period longer than a week where I didn't draw. And to answer the last and final question, how did this become a job opportunity and what do I take from this yet small journey? I got introduced to TikTok, and after a short while, I blew up and saw a chance to sell my art because so many showed interest. Not only that, I could start a YouTube channel because YouTube is just something I always wanted to do. Now, I failed my first attempt at leading my shop because of German paperwork, but now I have a part-time job to be secure and I'm about to reopen with a fresh start and everything just being 100 times better. Now, lastly, what I take from all this, you should always do, or in this example, draw what you love, what you enjoy, be unique, and just have fun. Art is the place I went to vent my emotions, pass boring times. And art, at this point, is literally freedom. Oh my god. I finished my artwork. I finished time-lapsing it. I feel completely dizzy ever since I woke up and I was basically drawing all day. This is the end result. It literally took me 20 billion takes to get something right. It's unbelievable how bad and messed up that is. Anyways, yeah. Here you can see the full artwork one more time. Again, recording this with my phone. I think it turned out actually pretty cool. Maybe I'm gonna go over it one more time, but overall, this is it. So everyone, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed listening to this story of mine. I hope you liked the drawing I created of Ichigo, or basically the Vastalord form. It was a lot of fun to record and just something different. So with everything being said and done, thanks for watching.